We are back! That's right, we are back. This is the Race and Ethnic Relations on Campus podcast show. My name is Dr. B, and this is show number 7. Show number 7, that's right, show number 7, and it's entitled Send Her Home. Oh my gosh. Can you believe it? Send her home. You probably know what I'm talking about. It hit national, international news here in the middle of July. And I'm going to frame it out in just a second. Oh my gosh. Can you believe this? This is a podcast show, Race and Ethnic Relations on Campus. And I am Dr. B, having a great time with these podcast shows. Of course I do. And these particular podcast shows are truly related to my book, Race and Ethnic Relations on Campus, Understanding, Empowerment, and Solutions for College Students, which came out in 2018, which you can get everywhere online. Everywhere online. My book, 2018, Race and Ethnic Relations on Campus, Understanding, Empowerment, and Solutions for College Students. And as I've said from the very first start of these podcast shows, they're related to my class, by the way. And this is another extension of my class because it's the summertime and I'm able to elaborate on a lot of these issues. But this particular show, oh my gosh. Can you believe it? Oh my gosh. And it happened here. Oh my gosh. What did I say? Here? Here in Greenville, North Carolina. That's right. Here in Greenville, North Carolina. And oh my gosh, it's such a sensitive topic, but I have to make a statement about it because it's here where I work, East Carolina University, and it happened here just 2 days ago, and I purposely have stayed away from all the lively discussion because I want to talk about it professionally on my podcast show, and we probably will have several podcast shows on this particular topic because these are issues that unfortunately we have not dealt with appropriately in our country and particularly on our college campuses. The issues of race relations, the issues of respect, the issues of commonality, the issues of we are all Americans. But when and it wasn't the entire audience at a rally for the President Trump, who came here just a couple of days ago in Greenville, North Carolina. And unfortunately, there was a large segment of the crowd, for those who did not see it or hear about it, large segment of the crowd at his presidential rally, rightly so. Every presidential candidate should have rallies among their constituents, and yet their constituents said a message called "Send Her Home," and they were referring to. Now, see, I wasn't even. I've been busy, busy with work, research, teaching, so I was not even aware of the so-called issues politically, but they were the audience, and I don't even know how many of the audience, but a chant from the supporters of our current president, Donald Trump. They were referring to Representative Ilhan Omar. She is a freshman Democratic Congresswoman, and unfortunately, she was the recipient of that "Send Her Home" message by the Trump supporters. And wow, that has caused a major controversy. And unfortunately, that was sad to hear, learn about. I didn't know about until really later that evening when it was on the newscast here in Greenville. Yes, here in Greenville. And I said, what happened? What happened at the rally? Oh my gosh. You mean the crowd? And again, I'm not going to point fingers, but it is what it is. And crowds can say anything that they want. It's a rally. Yet it comes off as very divisive and directed at a Congresswoman, Miss Omar, who is an American citizen, came to the U.S. as a refugee from Somalia when she was a child, elected as a representative out of Minnesota, proudly representing her constituents. And yet, along with other, as I understand, other women of color who were not viewed favorably by our president. And again, candidates can say anything, but when the audience, the constituents, starts to tell other Americans to go home, which America is their home, America is all of our homes, that is divisive, that is wrong. And let me just say the aftermath of all of that, and I'm sure it even what I saw on the video clips, it caught President Trump by surprise. It caught several other audiences by surprise, but it was a big chant by the folks who came to that rally. And I'm not going to say there were North Carolinians. There were folks from all across the country, primarily from this eastern part of the United States at the rally. And it was packed. And I'm not going to say that I saw some folks out there in the audience locally. But it was on campus here at East Carolina University, which, let me just say this for the record, that it's a public university, which I work at, and public universities do have the right to hold, to provide an auditorium, a venue for all types of speakers, including including our president. And you may disagree. Oh my gosh, there's lots of issues I disagree with the president, but we have a right. The university has a right. And I disagree with a lot of folks. But again, we have the right to provide a venue for any public figure who adheres to the law of the land of being a responsible citizen, and yet everything is not going to be kosher, or everything is not going to be right. And the university has the right to provide that auditorium venue for them. However, here's the big however. As a university, you have to expect there's going to be controversy that's going to happen with local celebrities, national celebrities, politicians. So you have to prepare, not wait until after the fact, but make a politically correct statement before a national figure comes and use your venue. Hello, not after. And I actually talk about this in my book on race and ethnic relations on campus, one of the debatable issues. I talk about it in my book. And the reason why? To reduce the misunderstanding that most folks have about race relations issues and things that can occur when you do not properly preface various issues which you know is going to cause controversy. Just having the president on campus is a controversial thing, no matter who the president is. So it's important to get out front. This is my message. Get out front of the issue. Don't wait. Because race and ethnic relations is such a sensitive topic. And unfortunately, even the well-known celebrities, politicians, whomever, they stoke the excitement. They get the audience riled up for their issues, whatever issues that they're talking about, whatever issues that they're playing to the audience and to his base. And that's what I believe the president was playing to his base. But what I do differ is, obviously, when the audience was directing their message to an American citizen elected by the people of Minnesota to represent their issues. And she is a phenomenal professional individual who've had to challenge and struggle all her life. A refugee from Somalia becomes an elected official, a U.S. representative, a congresswoman. And she's very vocal, rightly so. Everyone can be quiet. Everyone can be the same as a politician. That wouldn't make any sense. Yet she has been targeted along with her other new congresswomen. I believe New York Representative-elect Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, Michigan Representative Rashida Tlaib, and Massachusetts Representative Ayanna Pressley. Apparently they were the recipient of attacks by President Trump during his rally. And again, this is something new to me. But when an audience of folks tells another American to go home, send her home, they should feel bad about that. Really bad. Shameful. Shameful. Disgusting. Disgusting. So, for the record, it was wrong. Here in 2019, this is politics. This should not be personal. Politics is just that. It's politics. It's about policy. It should not be about a person. It should not be personalized to a person just because the way he or she looks or way she dresses. It shouldn't be about that. Hello, folks. You can challenge people on their policies, but not attack them because of where they come from. Hello. And yes, I will say it. That was disgusting. That was shameful. There's no way to put Greenville, North Carolina on the map. It's a beautiful place here. I've lived here for 15 years. It's a great place to live. Great place to raise a family. That was not good. That was not good. I'm trying to be as politically correct as possible, but I just have to say that was not good. For the record. Because this is what I teach in my class. My students come to me and talk about these issues. Issues like these. But somehow this will be discussed, moved on, set aside, because this is politics. But these are cultural race relations issues that cannot be swept under the table. They get ingrained into lots of folks, such as many times, most of the time, people of color like myself. And these are signs that we still have a long way to go. My students will tell me, and my students are of all racial and ethnic backgrounds. And they feel the tension in America. They feel the divisiveness in America. They feel the divisiveness, unfortunately, here. Here at East Carolina University. Here in Greenville, North Carolina. They feel it. They talk about it. We write, we research it. I've even produced a document from them and taught a class for the past 4 years in honors college about these issues. So this is nothing new to me and many of my students. They want to talk about it even more so. But what do they want? They want solutions. And they know this doesn't represent majority of them. They know it. And they do feel embarrassed themselves. That's who I feel sorry for. My students feel embarrassed for them, for others who don't speak up about this, who just happen to look like them. So, yes, I'm on the record for saying that was disgusting. When the audience said, send her home. And even President Trump apologized the next day and knows that, I don't know if he caught off guard. I don't know the situation, but he said he needed to, that was not right. And even the university, 2 days later, gave a response. And even the mayor immediately of Greenville, North Carolina, gave a quick politically response to the chant. And I just saw it on CNN again and again. Wow. What's happening? What's happening in 2019 when we're telling other American citizens to go home? When she's paid her dues more than most folks, being a refugee, becoming an American citizen, becoming a representative, fighting for her issues as well as for other folks. This is what America is about, is it not? Yet we're going to say, send her home. Again, for the record, I'm saying that was disgusting. Please read my book, Race and Ethnic Relations on Campus, Understanding Empowerment and Solutions for College Students. This is a teachable moment. I'm going to have another show. And believe me, this is going to be a great topic during my class during the spring semester of 2020. This is going to be another great topic. And it always for some reason, it always happens during the summertime, and it always happens around politics. There was a lot of stuff going on the previous previous administration. I've been in this, oh my gosh, I've been in this business for quite some time, over 30 some years. And seemed like every presidential election, there's always hotly debated racial topics going on. Hotly debated racial topics always happening on both sides. Republican, Democrat, Independent, it doesn't matter who. It goes on both sides. But now it's obviously, unfortunately, much more so on the Republican side, and it's also on the Democrat side, because it goes across the board. Again, for the record, disgusting. I'm Dr. B. I'm on record for it. Let's keep it professional. Let's debate the issue. Please subscribe to my podcast. Listen to all the podcasts, Race and Ethnic Relations. Email me at ejb678@gmail.com. I'm on Podbean, Apple Podcasts, iTunes, YouTube, Instagram. We're just trying to get the message out the best way we can and have a professional, constructive discussion and teachable moment about these issues. Peace out, folks. This is Dr. B. See ya.